r/AskReddit by Redmond Dtes. What's a common fact that science has already debunked, but people still believe in? Polygraphs as concrete evidence. They are not even admissible in court. We only use 10% of our brains. I think I've met a couple people who only use 10% of their brains. That people eat several spiders a year in their sleep. Lemmings commit suicide by jumping off a cliff. From the magic of YouTube, here's the 3-minute 1950s documentary that started it. The filmmakers pushed the lemmings off the cliff and filmed it to have something interesting to say in their nature documentary. That is the most fucked up thing about this. Blatantly lying in a documentary is bad enough, but killing animals just to support your lie is downright psychopathic. Eating carrots will make you see better. This was disinformation by the military in World War II to cover the fact that radar has been invented and could detect aircraft from far away. They wanted the Germans to believe we just had better eyesight. Edit. Apparently more advanced airplane-based radar specifically was the innovation they wanted to disguise. That people in the distant past only lived into their 30s. This was a statistic skewed by high childhood mortality. If you survived past childhood, you were likely to live to what we would consider old age, 65 plus. That shaving makes your hair grow thicker, while waxing makes it thinner. As a woman I hear this all the time. Running a fan on you at night can kill you, for older Koreans. That humans have 5 senses. This idea stems from ancient Greek philosophy, mainly Aristotle, and is still taught in schools today. However, science and common sense has long shown that we have more than 5 senses, like body position, sense of balance, etc. MSG is bad for you. It was perpetuated by a racist false claim under a $10 bet to get the article published. It's no worse for you than sodium. Alpha male. The scientist that came up with the concept himself debunked it. That clits are hard to find. I mean really people, it doesn't take a roadmap to find it. Blowing on the cartridge, but I still believe. Going outside in cold weather without appropriate outerwear will directly give you a cold. This is a funny one. I was going to post this myself. Going outside when it's cold and you're underdressed cannot get you a virus and infect you on its own. This is a myth, and you are correct. But a recent study came out to say the cold weather does in fact dry out your throat and nasal cavity and reduces the membrane mucus that protects it from viruses, making you more susceptible to allowing a virus to penetrate your throat barrier and get into your bloodstream. So, going outside when it's cold doesn't get you sick, but if the virus gets into your airways when it's cold and your throat is dry, then you are more easily infectable. The old tale does have some truth to it. Personality tests during hiring as predictor for performance. Sugar makes kids hyperactive. Studies don't support this. That you have to wait 30 minutes after you eat to go back to the swimming pool. The fact that chiropractors are practicing a pseudoscience, the only research-backed thing they do is that back cracking can provide temporary relief. Everything else they claim to do is BS. And health insurance covers that pseudoscience, but not vision. Myers-Briggs personality types. The 2 women who developed the system had zero background in psychology or behavioral health. One had a degree in agriculture, and the other in political science. All the research supporting the system is directly funded by the Myers-Briggs Foundation. There is no third-party research that supports their conclusions. That BS with a woman stores the DNA of every man she slept with. Also, having sex with lots of men makes a woman's bits stretched and worthless, whereas having lots of sex with one man doesn't. Honey, it's made to squeeze a baby's head out. Edit to at, but we totally do store the DNA. So we can engineer our own clone army and rule the universe. You're not supposed to talk about it out loud though. Video games cause violence. Flat Earth. There was a flat earth guy who spent thousands of dollars to prove it, but ended up just proving it was round instead. The whole concept of learning styles, that is visual or kinesthetic learners, lacks empirical evidence. There is no evidence that individuals actually have stable, reliable styles, nor that teaching to an individual's learning preference leads to increased retention or achievement. There is, however, considerable research demonstrating that humans in general benefit from multi-model approaches to teaching and learning. Surprise, nobody answered spanking works yet. This is not even a case where it only works for some kids, that people try to justify spanking toddlers, spoiled kids, etc. We've studied millions of kids over decades. There are no benefits to spanking. The only effect we can reliably see is that kids who were spanked are more likely to be aggressive and have behavior problems. If a kid is old enough to reason with, you don't need to spank them. If a kid isn't, they are not going to understand why you're spanking them. The only thing spanking teaches is that the bigger person enforces rules through violence. That doesn't mean be a doormat. There's plenty of ways to discipline a kid and have boundaries and consequences that doesn't involve inflicting physical pain on them. Natural consequences are the best teacher, imho. Praise the behavior you want to see. Remove toddler from the fun activity if they can't behave, etc. Your brain doesn't mature until age 25. No, that was just the age cut off of that particular study. This is pseudoscience. You pick something from the floor before 5 seconds, and it is germ-free and good to eat. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Different taste sensors on the tongue. Cold water somehow boiling faster than warm or tepid water. Been debunked, cause that's not how the laws of thermodynamics work.
In this house, we obey the laws of thermodynamics!
That's all, folks. Thank you for watching. If you like videos like this one, why not like and subscribe for more. Have a nice evening.